I don't understand it. I spent £2,000 on the super duper uber deluxe special of specials edition of Assassin's Creed Odyssey. It came with a fucking eagle, a real eagle. Left it in the kitchen and now I can't find it. What the hell's happened to Icarus?
Chicken? Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to yet another Overbite Gaming review.
Video?
It's a review this time, I think.
Yeah.
Check the title. Yeah, review. Brilliant.
Cool.
Okay, we are doing Assassin's Creed Odyssey, as you can see down below, as I just read. But, Snare,
Hi.
what
Hi.
don't I like in life?
Assassin's Creed.
Yes, I do like pillaging and raping and all that stuff that Conan did.
In games.
In games, yes. But yes, I do not like Assassin's Creed. Will this change my mind?
Watch and find out. I think you probably
are watching
from that's maybe the case.
My levels of sarcasm were quite high. His teeth may fall out any moment.
So guys, this is one of the latest, the latest Assassin's Creed game in a long line of how many years now?
Too many.
12 years.
Too many.
So we're now going through ancient Greece in Assassin's Creed. So Lee, the big question.
Yes.
Did you like it?
I fucking loved it, mate.
Guess what? I didn't.
We have totally flipped our opinions on this one because I am.
We've done a fucking switcheroo.
We have, because I am like the Ubisoft hater. I can't stand Ubisoft. They're a jumped up pile of plonkers who put out the same thing year after year, and then they come and do this, you bastards. Now I don't know what's going on. I don't know if up is up and down is down, is dry is wet. What is going on?
It's fine, but it's understandable because Ubisoft has been one of those companies, and Assassin's Creed games have been very formulaic, and they do kind of just act very Ubisofty. But on the whole, I've got a big secondary argument about why I don't like this game. But let's Lee, just vent your love for Ubisoft and Assassin's Creed right now for this game. Come on. I want to see it. I want to get on video.
Yeah, they make the fucking most of it. I can't imagine I'm doing this again. I don't know whether it's just because I have a particular interest in Greek mythology, which I do. I took Class Civ for a year before I dropped out and decided to work in McDonald's. But yeah, I mean, I'm a sucker for all the Greek mythology and all that, and the Peloponnesian War especially. I mean, I've like done lots of research on the Spartans and the Athenians around that time and how they actually act, and why 300 is completely wrong about nearly everything, even though it's an enjoyable movie.
But this is Sparta.
This is Sparta, this is Athens, and yes, the war is in there, although it doesn't really make a whole lot of difference, really. But it does, basically, its origins in Greece, and I kind of dig that. There's super low amounts of, like, the Assassin's Creed bollocks that I hate.
So what you're saying is you like it because it's not an Assassin's Creed game?
Absolutely.
It's kind of the reason why I don't like it. But let's be fair, it's not like I hate it. I think it's a good game. I think it looks great. I think it acts for the most part like an Assassin's Creed game. It's just, to me, it's so far removed from an Assassin's Creed kind of game that you've become used to, and it's a cut and paste shift of Assassin's Creed Origins for the most part. They've improved a lot of things, I think, in terms of, say, the RPG elements and the combat and stuff like that. Well, the combat's pretty similar, actually.
It's pretty similar to Origins.
Yeah, I don't think there's too many changes there. But the biggest problem I had with this game is that I picked this up for PS4.
Now tell them why.
Because I wanted the TAT.
Because he wanted the TAT. I bought it on PC on Steam.
They ran out of the PC versions with the TAT, so I had to go for PS4. I got a nice figurine. It's a very well made figurine.
Yes, but what didn't you get? Well, what else did you get, Snare?
I got terrible performance.
He did, and not just in bed this time.
Yeah, not talking about the penis. This, I have to say, the performance on PS4. I'm really hoping it's just me, but if it's not, let me know down in the comments if you got this on PS4 and you had the same problems. But every time I used Icarus, is it Icarus the eagle? Icarus. Or I went to the fucking menus, and I came back out and go back to my main character sort of playing environment. It would take a real kind of reload. Or do you remember how, like, the world would desynchronize when you came out of the Animus in previous Assassin's Creed games. You might not, but it had that kind of digital like, filling out the world. It did that, and I'm like, if the eagle went too far away, it had to reload where I was. So you probably don't notice it on a PC version because it's just like whoosh, goes straight back. It was very noticeable, and if I died, I actually timed it, and it was about 2 minutes of looking at useful hints to get back into the game. And you know, while I'm still picking up the game, I would die a few times, and it made it so difficult to continue playing the game. I have to put my hand up. We have Lee here who's completed it many times through, but I have not got anywhere near close to completing this game. I just couldn't find my feelings in my heart to continue playing a game that took me about 2 hours of effort for 1 hour of gameplay. It wasn't worth it. The performance was terrible. It feels to me like it's made for a PS4 Pro, and that's a big downer for me. If you're going to sell a game on a platform, don't make it okay for the Elite version and shit for the normal. It's just unacceptable, along with other practices that we'll come into later.
Well, it's like we've always said for years, it's like on the PC versions, you have graphic sliders, so you can change the quality of the graphics to match your performance. It's like if you're going to do multiple versions of your console and have the same game, let's have something like that. Okay, the other one will have like HDR and stuff like that, which you can turn on. But give it a quality slider as well. Just make it like the PC version.
But if you're going into the map to check out where you are or where you're going to, and then it takes you a 10-second break before you get back to gameplay again, it's fucking stupid. So while I adore the setting, the research, the look of the game, and the whole franchise in general, I've always liked Assassin's Creed. You guys know that. I just cannot bring myself to play this on the PS4 anymore.
One of the best things about this game is there's none of those stupid sneaking behind someone quests that I've always fucking hated in Assassin's Creed games. They are the worst. They are diarrhea, my friends. But none in this game at all that I've ever found. I've still got a little bit to do in it. There's a few cultists that I haven't tracked down, but I've like done the main Assassin's Creed bollocky story line where you slay mythical beasts and get bits of things other things.
Don't worry, I don't care about this being.
Yeah, he's probably not going to play it anyway.
I will do.
And I've done like the family sort of storyline that you get as well. That's all finished. It's got a couple of cultists to hunt down and kill off, but other than that, it's all pretty much done. And I had a super good time. I did about 65 hours on it.
That's fucking impressive for a game, let alone an Assassin's Creed game.
Well, I've done like considerably more on some games, but like for an Assassin's Creed game, I don't know. Maybe we should go back and take a screenshot of my Origins playtime. Be like 3 hours or something.
Yeah, the thing is, Lee is very sort of binary in the sense that if he likes something, he'll play it. If he doesn't, he will stop and uninstall it and throw it in the bin.
Yeah, pretty much.
So to have 65 hours, Ubisoft, you've done something right.
Yeah,
for him.
Don't know if you're yeah.
I'm not going to be spending the whole game price again to play this on PC. I will play some more because I'm interested in the game itself, but my God, the pain of playing it's been too much. I can't do it.
See, I will probably go back and finish off those few cultists. I might even play it through again. I did my first playthrough as Alexios, who is the male character, and gets a lot of flack for his voice acting, but I'm okay with it. I don't really have a problem. I know there's a few characters you have issues with.
Yeah, I do.
But I mean, I think Cassandra's voice acting is better, but I don't really have a huge problem with the guy that voiced Alexios.
Cassandra, I think, is a well-modelled character. I think she's...
Yeah, she does turn up, like the sort of brother sister you don't pick to play as turns up in like a protagonist role. And like when I came across her, I'm like, God, I hope I get to turn her good and fuck her. Oh, she's my sister. Damn it!
But I did find that the way they've kind of built her in the game, she's not a sleek, slender female. She's a fucking unit. Really?
Yeah, well, when we discussed, I compared them to like a female MMA fighter.
Yeah, she's got that kind of muscular, athletic kind of build that's not like... It's not overly feminine, but it's also not masculine. It's just a strong woman. And I think it's actually a good move. I don't think it would have sold as well if he was this slender little slink thing.
Well, if you like a mercenary that's going around killing people with big heavy swords and spears and stuff. You're not going to look like that anyway.
So I think that's a good thing. So well done, Ubisoft, for taking time to think about that.
Apparently a female model wasn't too difficult.
No. Oh yeah, they said that before, didn't they?
Yeah, they did. Syndicate, wasn't it?
Well,
no,
Syndicate,
before Syndicate. Syndicate was the
yeah.
one that was the reflex knee-jerk reaction to that.
Yeah, but Syndicate was a good Assassin's Creed game, I thought. I thought it was one of the best.
Not bought it, never going to buy it.
Most people didn't because it was the one after Unity. Anyway, so my experiences so far with the game, I enjoyed the fact that the boat combat is still there. I don't think it's ever going to leave.
Yeah, I do. I love the boats because I love the fact that it's like triremes and you can like when you're going to travel mode, the sail goes up and you do that. And when you're like just paddling around, you've got the oars going.
They still got the shanties.
Yeah, they still sing, which is interesting because you can have different crews. It's just purely cosmetic, but you can get like an entirely female crew. Which obviously I did, because that's awesome.
Yeah, I've got a bunch of assassins on mine.
Oh, you went to the Ubisoft club.
Well, it was part of my little tat, wasn't it?
Oh, okay. Well, I went to Ubisoft club and bought that with like 3 billion points that I've got that I'm not really interested in before. But yeah, I bought some of the stuff for the game using Ubisoft club, which is new. I really haven't done that before.
I actually really like the reward system that Ubisoft does for people that play a lot of their games. It works out.
It's just
if you pick up one in a while, it doesn't really work.
Yeah, it's just not really worth having an extra front end, in my opinion.
No, but certain things for previous Assassin's Creed games, you could get things like extra holster capacity for your knives and stuff like that for like 10 points. And when you get, a point per pound you spend on a game, and you're spending stupid amounts like me on special editions, you've got that money that sort of credit to burn, so it's okay. You can use that. But going back to the character models and stuff, Marcos.
Yes,
the guy that you kind of meet very early on in the game. The voice acting of that is fucking horrendous.
He does sound like Harry Enfield.
He's like, I'm playing a typical Greek person you've never met before. I'm on a comedy show. It's like, what are you doing?
You want some euros?
I like wine. Why don't you like wine? It's like, I could be fucking Marcos. It's fucking awful.
It is cousin Roman levels of awful.
Oh, yes, yes, it is. He constantly wants you to do things for him. Oh, it's definitely him.
To be fair, though, once you leave the island, he sort of drops to the wayside.
Good. So yeah, boat stuff I did enjoy. And
one thing I have to say about the boat stuff that I was disappointed about is you couldn't fish. There'd be like whales coming up and shit. I'm like, let's get a whale, and then I'm like, oh, you can't get the whale.
But you could do that in previous ones. Couldn't
you could, yeah. So I was
big. You had a fishing boat you went out in.
Yeah, and I mean, this is slightly different because, like, previously you've had cannons and stuff, and this is like arrows and javelins, and you can set them on fire and stuff like that. So it's like period specific, but yeah, I'm not sure how effective arrows would be against like a wooden boat.
The first mission you come into contact with having a boat battle and boarding a ship, the difficulty in taking over that boat was a lot more than it was in previous games.
No, I don't really have a problem with it. In fact, it's a nice little sort of cheesy hack that you can do. If you're like in a combat with like 3 boats, if you board a boat and like successfully like take out the defenders and loot it and get back on your own boat, it restores some of your health.
Well, I did that in previous ones too.
Did it?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Well,
you could
just choose that basically.
You could choose to repair your ship or bring the crew in, I think, or replace.
No,
your
you just
crew
kill
members.
the crew. You normally has like a chest or 2 on there, but sometimes up to 3 depending on the size of the boat. You loot those. You only got a limited amount of time because the boat's sinking, and then you hop back to your own boat, and your health just goes up. So it just does it.
It's a mechanic you've had before, but it's I found the combat challenging on the boat. Maybe because it was like my first one and wasn't the right level. I don't know, but it definitely felt more challenging, and I think the combat in general is more challenging than previous ones.
I think it depends how you play it. I mean, you will have certain enemy types where you get certain skills. Like there's a skill where you just rip someone's shield away and then like throw it, and then you sort of you upgrade that to where it basically explodes and fucking showers everybody with sort of detritus.
Nice. I mean, I will admit I have just probably got about 2 or 3 hours after leaving Kefalonia.
So he's done the tutorial basically.
It sadly is that case. I mean, it was surprising when you leave the island that it says like, here's the title card, and you're like, oh fuck.
You're about 6 hours in or something.
Prologue's done. On we go. So I won't sit here and profess to know everything about this game. You've obviously had more of an impact. So you were mentioning things about cultists. I know that they're in the game, but you might want to explain what those are and how it works.
The cultists are basically They're taking over the world, and it reminds me very much of Shadow and Mordor, in that you have like this big web of the cultists, but you don't know who they are. So they're all like covered up with masks, and then you find clues, and each one takes like 2 clues, and then you have different branches that lead into like the main cultists in the middle, and then obviously the main cultist who's right in the middle. And every time you defeat one of those, you get more clues about the guy that's like above them. And some of the like lower level ones can be like up to like max level as well, so they're not easy to take out all of them. And you certainly won't be doing it early game. So this is why I'm like max level, finished all the storylines to have cultists left to do. Plus, if you don't find the clues, you don't fucking know where they are. It just goes, yeah, there's a clue of this guy like north of here. And you're just like, fuck.
That's interesting. I mean, for me, that sounds like there's content put at the right level of the game. And I know a lot of people have been moaning about the grind involved in this game. Obviously, I haven't seen it yet. I'm still very, very low level. I'm like fucking levels 8 or 9, I think. So I'm nowhere near any problems with that grind. A lot of people saying it's happening around level 15, 16, where suddenly you go, boom, there's no more story to do. It's like 3 levels above, and I have lots of busy work to do.
Yeah, I didn't really have too many problems. There's enough side activities at appropriate level. I mean, you've got like the Odyssey storyline and stuff like that, which, yeah, there's a little bit of a gap, but you'd also have like, you have 2 different sort of side missions. One which you have boards and they're just like throwaway fetch quests and dailies and stuff like that. Or you get like the more interesting character ones, which are sort of in a yellow triangle with an exclamation mark. And those ones are really interesting, and they add a lot to the game. So I was always able to find ones of those that I could do. I didn't really feel the grind at all.
That's very strange, because you normally hate grind, and apparently there's lots of grind in this game.
Yeah,
but
and I didn't really...
I think it shows, though, if you've got a game that's enjoyable and you're enjoying the subject matter, you're going to overlook stuff like that and think, well, it's not busy work because I'm enjoying it. And I think that's maybe what's happening here.
I mean, they do still have the eagle points, which are kind of... but I mean...
But it doesn't do the same thing as previous games, though. I mean...
It does highlight stuff around you, and it allows you to fast travel between them.
Yes, but at the same time, it's not like you can't see anything in the world...
no, you can just go up to the stuff, and it will...
And there's a reason for doing it, and that's to improve the abilities of your eagle.
Yeah, it will increase sort of like the radius of which it picks up stuff as you're looking around, looking for quest markers or people or objects or whatever.
I mean, I can guarantee you didn't play it on exploration mode.
I did not. That would drive me nuts.
But there are 2 modes you can play this game in. So you have guided mode and exploration mode. So guided mode is your standard Assassin's Creed with map markers and lots of information on screen. And then you can have exploration mode, which is you go to a map and mark your own areas or where you want to go to, and that's it. You don't get to see other things around you, and it's all about exploring. Brilliant idea for people that want to take it to the next level, but they're making it so full of time and expecting you to invest a lot of time into the game. If you play it on exploration, you are a hardcore fan.
Yeah.
Hardcore.
I would not touch that with a barge pile. It's annoying enough when you get like a clue for a car that's north of someplace and you have to find that fucker. Yeah. Or just like help people here and you will find the clue.
Yeah, I mean, talking about performance and stuff earlier, the performance on the PS4, even at like a 30 frames per second sort of scenario, it's still jumping and clipping frames. And I found that really destroying the immersion. If it was a solid 30 frames, I'd be okay. Your eyes can adjust to that, but certainly not with clipping frames and having to wait 2 minutes to start playing again. It's just not on. Really isn't.
Yeah, I mean, surely it should be about graphics or about performance. They're trying to like smush both and failing.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is that there's options to add things in, I think, in the graphical style. So you can do your HDR lighting and whatnot.
Yeah, but you need an HDR TV and probably a Pro to do that.
You do need a Pro to do that, and that's my point. So you've got those extra things for the Pro to do. So why is the base game on the base console so crap? And it's not like they're not practiced with the PS4.
No.
You know, they've been putting the games on the PS4, for the last 5 games.
But then again, is it as horribly broken as like launch day Unity?
Well, when you're playing, no, but when you're moving between screens, yes. It's fucked.
On PC, the initial load time is quite long to actually get into the game. But once you're in
That's fine. No, I can remember that from Origins.
Yeah, once you're in there, like going to the map using a carousel, that's fairly instant, a couple of seconds maybe.
Yeah, not
there is a longer load time when you die or when you fast travel, but it's not unacceptable.
No, I mean, there's not really much to say, I think, about this game compared to Origins. I mean, I did the review of Origins because you didn't want to play it.
Yeah, damn right. I did end up playing it though. I did end up buying it. I played it for like 3 or 4 hours.
It would be interesting as a follow-up video if you play that again, Origins.
Well, what really
And
annoyed
see
me
if you
about
like it
Origins is every time I picked up a bow, it worked differently, and I was like, "What the fuck?"
The thing is, I want to like this game. I'm just finding it really difficult to find time to like it.
Yeah, so you think the game is potentially good, but you're just not. You're just put off so much by the technical issues that you don't want to play it.
It's like the best steak in the world, right? It's right there, but it's covered in shit. So you could have some of the best steak in the world, some nice Wagyu beef, right? But you're going to taste shit every time you take a bite. That's what this game is like for me. Wagyu beef.
I'm never coming around your house for dinner.
That crust is crusty. So my personal opinions on this game, I would probably recommend it on PC, but not on console.
I need to do a master race pose.
Yes, and I'll have to do my other one. It's a complete kind of agreement with Lee here. I mean, it's not going to be worth getting on console unless you have a PS4 Pro or an Xbox One S Special Super Duper
X. S was a small one.
Oh, was it? Okay.
Yeah, it was
Xbox One XX. XXXXXX.
Yeah, God knows what they'd call the next one.
Sex.
Xbox 2X. 2 or 2X. 3B.
Anyway, off on a tangent. So, is there anything else that we need to discuss in terms of
I
reviewing the
do
game?
have a couple of nitpicks for it.
Go for it. Yes, nitpicks. We like nitpicks.
Okay, so you don't have the hidden blade in this game because obviously it's before the assassins were a thing, which is fucking wonderful. But you do have the spear of Leonidas.
Why is it an Assassin's Creed game?
I don't want the Assassin's Creed game. That's why I don't like Assassin's Creed games, but I like this. So you have the spear of Leonidas, which is basically the broken end of Leonidas' spear from the Battle of Thermopylae, which is always represented inaccurately, as I was telling Snare before we started this. Go look it up. It wasn't just for Spartans, there's fucking like 1,700 Thessalonians there as well. Fuckers. Go queer up your own men and stuff. Okay.
So no hidden blade. That's
no hidden blade. But the thing is, whenever you're fighting, so you've got a sword. So if you have a one-handed weapon, you've always got like the spear of Leonidas in your other hand. Okay, which is fucking me off because I want to play it's like a hot plate. So I want to have a big ass shield and a spear. But you can't do that. You get two-handed ones where it stays back there, or one-handed ones where it's out in your other hand. But you can't use a shield. And I'm just like, dude, that's like the classic thing.
Yeah, but assassins don't use shields.
They're not assassins yet. He's a mythios. He's a mercenary.
Yeah. Mythios. I can't remember how to say it.
Something like that. I hope they do like what I would like to see because like of my interest, like sort of Greek and Rome are sort of like together. I like to see them do one in Rome and like have gladiators and stuff like that. That would be good. But they kind of do have. You do have a gladiatorial arena in this game.
Well, you had the gladiatorial kind of arena in the Origins as well.
Yeah, but it's Egyptian, isn't it? Egyptian arenas. Yeah, it's Egyptian mythology doesn't.
The things you want have been done, but you've been so anti Assassin's Creed that you've never experienced.
No, they have an arena in this game, and it's like spikes and whirly bits and fire and stuff and animals. And I like the fact you can tame animals in this game as well. So you have like a lion. Like.
But I think I do miss and hark back to the easy mode combat of old Assassin's Creed games.
What, counter button?
Yeah, you hate that. But I liked it because it was just more cinematic for me.
I liked it for the first little bit. Like the first 2 games, I was like,
you get piles of bodies building up around you. It's amazing.
Yeah, you just like stood there, just waiting for someone to attack you. Just go.
Yeah, perfect. So the combat is different and it's more engaging and it's more challenging and there's more kind of ways to play, so it's kind of cool that way. But I do miss the kind of the god mode that used to get in Assassin's Creed games.
There's not a god mode in this game. You will get like bad guys with like fire and poison, which just continue to tank your health, and you get an ability where you can give yourself more health by spending adrenaline. Like the top end of that will remove burning or poison as well, which is really helpful. But that's got a cooldown on it, so you just hit you again with just like a regular strike, and you poison all over again. So those enemies can be a little bit frustrating.
I mean, for me, the part that's going to make me come back and play it is this cultist thing, because I think that's the closest story piece to the kind of Assassin's Creed lore that is hidden away.
Well, you do have an Animus and like
which was, apparently you said to me you see it 3 times in the game.
Yeah, there's not a lot of it
beginning, middle,
at all.
and end. That's it.
But it was like it was just like, oh fuck, I've actually got to do something with her now. Bollocks! Just get me back to Greece, please.
I mean, it has to have that Abstergo /
See that's the
Templar
thing. It so
problem.
doesn't. That was just like when they started off, you were expecting them to be like, okay, Desmond's gonna go back in time with the Animus, learn all these assassin abilities, and then we're gonna have a game with Desmond in the modern day, and then it's gonna be over. And they just kept it rolling and rolling and rolling. It's just a MacGuffin you don't need. Just set a game in fucking ancient Greece. You don't need this fucking overarching piece of shit, which I have absolutely no interest in. It went completely up its own arse several games ago.
I love it when he starts ranting about Assassin's Creed.
It's like, I don't care about a fucking apple of Eden.
Next time,
fuck off.
I will bring fucking popcorn and just prod the tiger. Off you go. Assassin's Creed was better before. So as we sit at the moment, okay, so Assassin's Creed should stop calling it Assassin's Creed. It's not an Assassin's game. It's a good game.
Yeah,
but
I would go along with
game.
that, and that's why it
started in Black Flag.
It's an ancient Greece RPG, and I fucking love that.
Yeah, so play to your strengths, Ubisoft. Stop trying to just bank the Assassin's Creed name.
It's like the when they introduced the boat, and the boat was successful, and then they took it out in the next game and went, oh, you wanted a boat? Let's do a PS3 game with a boat in it.
Yeah, but I mean, the boats are back, and the whole thing is that they're refining each game that comes out. They've clearly moved back to a yearly cycle, which does worry me slightly.
Well, yeah, because they put all that work into like this new sort of way of playing
game,
it.
And then just asset
just
flipped.
went, yep, now we're just going to do one per year.
They've just asset flipped some of the buildings over to Greece. It's like, oh, what can we do next? I mean, there's theories about doing Japan next, and I'm like, well, none of those buildings look very Japanese.
Those buildings.
So you have to make some
that could be
buildings,
quite good, though. Yeah, it'd be good. I would like to see sort of I would like to have the choice between being like a samurai and like a ninja.
Oh, Shogun. Yeah, do a whole like Shogun.
Yeah,
Empire.
yeah. So like you could play the game more stealthily, more ninja-y, or just be like samurai.
Yeah, I mean, I've got plenty of high hopes for the next one.
I'd be interested in that because I'm moderately interested in like Japan. So.
I don't mind if it was any kind of major country sort of difference that hasn't been done yet. So somewhere in China. I mean, we've had sort of a reduced Assassin's Creed game in China. I can't remember what it was. Yeah, but there's.
It's like a 2.5D one or something.
Yeah. It's pretty cool, but it's not a full-on Assassin's Creed game. But there's a link there, so maybe do a full-blown Assassin's Creed in China, do something in Japan, maybe do something like in the outback in Australia with Aboriginals or something, or
yeah, that one interests me.
Do something in the dark jungle.
The snakes are annoying enough in this one, trust me.
It just could be interesting, you know, somewhere in Russia or something like that. That could be interesting.
Maybe, or like Genghis Khan across the steppes.
Yeah, so you've got plenty of scope there still for more Assassin's Creed games. But I think you will get your money's worth out of this if you get it on PC. On console, you'll be fucking pulling your hair out. But in terms of the game content, I know there's a shit ton there. And there was in Origins, with the kind of mythical, weird beast stuff they had tacked onto the end of it. And in previous games, they had those ship battles, big old ship battles.
Yeah, there's a few. They're not like super epic, but you have what's called conquest battles, where you have
of course the war bit,
the Peloponnesian War.
Completely forgot.
So you have like each sort of region is under the control of either Sparta or Athens. So it's either blue for Athens, red for Sparta, and you go around destroying like grains, looting
war supplies,
supplies, burning war supplies, killing like leaders and stuff, and you whittle it down to the point where it opens up a conquest battle. Now, as a mercenary, you can either side with the defenders, so you've just spent 2 hours killing all the people of them, burning their shit, but you can side with them, or you can side with the attackers. The attackers are generally a little bit more difficult. And you go in a big battle and you have 2 bars and you kill captains to lower the bar. And the first one whose bar reaches 0 basically loses. And the winner obviously gains control of that region. But some of them actually have naval battles instead of like this big battle on planes with lots of people when you spend and hunt down the captains. And then it gets a bit more epic and there's a few more ships involved. But it's like basically go out, destroy 4 ships. You just do that and you win.
Now here's a question. I don't know if it has got some things it has had in previous games. But does it have a mobile app that you can send out ships and stuff?
No, I don't believe it does. I was never really into that. I tried it on Black Flag.
It was good to get resources, but I'm guessing they won't let you do that on this one.
No, I mean...
So, never mind, we'll move on.
You do need quite a lot of drachmae because the way the bounty system works is you kill people, steal things, and your bounty goes up, and then it highlights one helmet, and you've got one bounty hunter tracking you, and then two, and up to 5 of them. And
yeah, I've had one bounty hunter after me.
And if you attack a fort, you're killing a lot of people. So your bounty bar is going up and up and up and up. And if you just ignore it, you'll end up with 3 super hard bounty hunters attacking you all at the same time, which just basically makes it almost unwinnable because you kill them and more come.
Is that only in open combat then sort of goes up, but if you stealthily kill them, it doesn't?
Yeah, if you stealth kill them or you aren't seen killing them.
Yeah, because that's my experience so far. I'm very stealthy because it's an Assassin's Creed game.
But in those fort battles, there's a lot of people in them, and you kill them, and your bounty bar is gone. So every couple of minutes you're going and you're paying off the bounty.
Good, because you're not being an assassin.
But
come on, this is the point.
The one time I didn't do that, I'm fighting probably in a fort 3 levels higher than I am.
Yes.
So it's a tough fight anyway. I'm fighting the leader of the fort.
Oh no, this is a point.
And then
carry on.
all of a sudden this fucking hell of arrows comes in from the side and the bounty hunters turn up. I'm like, oh, for fuck's sake. So I'm fighting him as well. And then 2 more turn up. And I was like, oh, bollocks.
Yeah, see, in my situation, that would be about 15 minutes waiting to start again. But my point is that although it's pushing you to be an assassin in those positions, you can't assassinate somebody that's too high a level. You can't one-hit kill some people because they're too high. You get a skill
where you can increase the amount of damage you do via assassinations, and you can equip gear which increases your assassination damage as well.
But again, that's pointing you towards going down that road.
Yeah, but you don't have to do that.
No, but like I said, you go in gun-toting equivalent in ancient Greece, and you're going to get fucked. So you might want to try and be an assassin.
Except that old lady whose man friend wasn't performing.
There is
a quest where you go out and get I can't remember what they're called. Things that make people
prostitute,
people horny.
They kind of do that too.
No, like oysters or something.
Oh yeah.
Yes, he knows what it is, but can't remember the word either. Great.
Aphrodisiac.
There we go. So you go and get all these ingredients so she can make a potion. It's like bull scrotum and shit like that. And then the husband's like, "You're going to kill me. I just don't want to do this anymore."
So it's Marcos.
Yeah. And you're just like, "Oh, maybe I can do it for you." And then it just has him sat outside the shack as the day and night passes.
Tragic.
He's quite happy actually. He's like, "Oh, thanks for that. Thank you, Mr." He's like, "No problem. It's rotting off now."
Dear me. But yeah. So I think you're kind of getting a good impression of what we have experienced with this game. He's loving it. I've never seen him like this with an Ubisoft game ever.
Oh God, no! I mean,
ever.
Even ones I've been lukewarm on, like The Division,
or even some of the indie titles that are quite good.
Yeah, but it's
Valiant Hearts and stuff like that.
Yeah, some of them are okay. Well, you had Hell's Kitchen as well, which is classic.
Oh, dear, he's comparing Assassin's Creed to Hell's Kitchen.
I have enjoyed my time with it. I've spent 65 hours with it. I've still got more to do, and I will be going back and doing it. I will probably play through it again with Cassandra, because I want to see who she can fuck.
It's all the same.
Well, to be fair, there is a lot of men clamouring for your sweet chocolate starfish.
Yeah, that's why it's going to be the same, because I've already romanced one random mercenary as Cassandra.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, it's very pansexual.
Yeah, I'm down with mercenaries. Also called prostitutes now.
Well, they work for money.
Yeah, that's true.
And but from the amount of slidey pump action Alexios got, I would say probably some component of that is sexual. Yeah.
This is ancient Greece. Anything goes.
Yes.
But yeah. So, what would you give as a final score then?
I would give this a well-deserved 8 out of 10.
Fucking hell! It gets a 3 from me. Honestly,
it's Bloodborne all over again.
No, I think Bloodborne was worse, and that was a fully working game. But no, I'm only giving it a 3 because it's unplayable for me. It's playable, but It only gets 3 points for the parts I've actually been able to experience so far without wasting an entire evening, you know, just to get like half an hour's worth of gameplay. So maybe I'll give it a 4 because I do like the game. It's that performance thing's really hurting me. So, I mean, it's probably wise to consider the PC version as a true score. I'm coming at this from a PS4 angle. It's not good on PS4. Don't buy it on console, please.
Yeah, if it's not good on PS4, it's probably going to be less good on Xbox One because the PS4 does have a bit more grunt.
I don't know what's going on. I'm hoping it's just my experience. I'm hoping it's just my install. But it's absolutely dog shit terrible. And I think it was, when I started playing, it was probably like a patch 106 or something. So it had been patched a few times. So it's definitely not something that they've been able to fix at that point. So definitely a few fixes after. I'm not sure there's 0.06, but it was a few after. So yeah, I give it a 4 out of 10. I think it's just it's really hampered by performance for me, and I will be playing more, but it's going to be a slog.
See, and that's why you buy a game for the game and not the tat.
Okay, I'll give you that one. I did still get the game, but I wanted the tat.
Yeah, but you would have an 8 out of 10 game if you'd not bothered with this stupid tat.
Possibly. I think possibly. I think if I took out the performance elements and looked at the game that I've played so far, let's be fair to it, take out the performance, I probably would give it a 7.
Which is impressive because like you've just finished the prologue and there's still a whole load of like systems and shit you haven't even
I know. The thing is, I know what's in store in the game. I'm aware of the kind of additions of stuff with the cultists and the boat battles and things,
and the mythological creatures.
Yeah, and we've had a chat about stuff, and I've had an experience in the world itself. So I think a 7 is a fair score.
I think what it comes down to me is I've always just wanted a game that was like that bit in Time Bandits with Sean Connery, and it kind of does that for me. So I'm cool.
And it doesn't get a 9.
There's guys with like minotaur heads and clubs, so I'm just like.
So yeah, so that's our review of Assassin's Creed Odyssey. I think it's been quite a long one.
It has. I didn't expect to talk about this long.
I don't know how long it's been, but it's been long enough.
I was just going to be like, I'm surprised I liked it. Bye.
So guys, if you do have any comments to say about the review video or the game itself, please let us know down in the comments below. Maybe smash the like button if you liked what you see here today, because that's the verb of how you like a YouTube video.
Yes, you must smash it with a rock.
Don't just press it.
Smash it with a rock.
Smash it 3 times.
With a rock.
Cool. And then also subscribe if you want to become part of the family, so we can get involved. You know, you can know about stuff coming out when it's coming out.
And we've no idea if it works, but ring the bell anyway. It might tell you if we've released a video. Maybe.
Might do. But yes, guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll catch you next time.
Take it easy, guys.
Bye.